Hi, all. Thank you for tuning in. My goal tonight is to walk you through the marketing plan for Motive's beauty brands. So let's dig in. I want to open with the fact that beauty is big business, right? So the global beauty industry generated over 511 billion in sales since 2021. It's predicted to exceed 716 billion by 2025. So that's a huge jump. $200 billion in just a handful of years is pretty impressive, and 784 billion by 2027. All this to say that it's a great time to leverage the business behind beauty. And there's so many opportunities to do that. And I'm going to spend the rest of this evening talking about why our opportunity is so different. One of the main reasons is we're actually a product brokerage company. Well, what does that mean? It means that we don't manufacture anything directly. We actually outsource manufacturing and work with best-in-class facilities that have all of the technology, and we pair with them and we partner with them, and we make sure that we are dictating our own colors and our own formulas, all exclusive to us. But that way we can really move with the marketplace and make sure that we're always offering the creme de la creme of product, and we're not tied down to just one manufacturer or one product. We can move with the marketplace. We can access other billion-dollar markets. So that's probably my favorite part of what we do, is the fact that, yes, Motives Cosmetics is an amazing brand, and I love that we have, such a broad array of products, and that people love all the different colors, and we're always on trend. But what makes it more powerful is we can really further service our customer by offering skincare or personal care or even beauty from the inside out. Our corporate team is always centered on identifying the latest market-driven products to keep us relevant and exciting. And as I explained before, not having to manufacture anything directly just really eliminates all the burdens of that additional, service that we'd have to offer. So it really gives us ultimate flexibility as a company. And, we're not going to sit here and promote products that are no longer relevant or no longer best of the best. When we talk about moving with the marketplace, really what we mean is the fact that as science evolves, as formulas evolves, as trends change, we can change with it, and we don't have to be stuck continuing to push a product that people no longer want. So all that to be said about, having, yes, best in class products, that's the easy part. The other side of it is that we really want to pair those products with an incredible service. And so our goal as a beauty advisor is to save time and money for the customer, not only, saving them time in that whole lengthy process, that overwhelming, daunting process of picking and choosing and trying and, trying to navigate and figure out what are the best products out there, what is going to offer results, what colors or brands do have the best pigment to them. We're going to do all of that legwork in advance, and then we're going to pass along the savings of our efficient business model, because we're going directly from manufacturer to end consumer. And there's, lots of, in a traditional merchandising, experience, there's lots of channels of distribution between the manufacturer and the end consumer, but we go directly to consumer. We always have since our company started in 1992. So we're going to pass along those savings, like I said, of being a super efficient business and a super efficient process. And that way you can get the best products out there at the most affordable price, but then also paired with service, and then also having access to other high-end exclusive products within complementary industries. So I already touched on that a little bit, talking about personal care and wellness. So why is this relevant? Why are we so excited that as a product brokerage company, we can further service our customers? Well, because consumers are increasingly engaging with beauty products and services to not only look good, but feel good. And the lines between beauty and wellness are expected to continue blurring, with the combined opportunity representing close to $2 trillion globally for brands, retailers, and investors. Wow. So we thought beauty was big business when we were just talking about, skincare and cosmetics. But when we add wellness to that, now we're looking at a $2 trillion opportunity. So our goal for you as you're evaluating this marketing plan and maybe seeing where you fit in the mix, if you're a guest tuning in, obviously you could be a customer and then you can have your own personal beauty advisor, or you could become a beauty advisor yourself. And that's what we'll really spend the rest of the time unpacking here. And when we talk about someone who wants to be a beauty advisor, we want you to know that, that beauty advisor, whether it's going to be you or someone servicing you, we're really focusing on just that. Servicing our clients, again, saving them time, saving them money, giving them direct access to the best of the best product at the most affordable price. Really focusing on that long-term relationship, valuing our customers and making sure they know that we appreciate their business and that we're going to go the extra mile for them. We're a brand and business centered on education, both for our customer or our client and also for ourselves. So we're always embracing ongoing education to stay on top of new formulas, new products, new trends, and then passing that information along to our customers. So we really consider ourselves not just a brand and not just a business, but a lifestyle for the modern day entrepreneur. And when we talk about all of our beauty brands, please know that that's just one division of a larger parent company, which is Market America. And that company was founded back in 1992. So we have had continuous growth and success, as you'll see when we wrap up tonight. And super proud of the fact that we've been thriving for so long and servicing customers for so long with some really amazing brands. And, just sort of recapping the fact that we do have the ability, because we're one division of a larger product brokerage company, is how we have the ability to leverage those other billion-dollar industries like health and wellness. So that's just a perk or a benefit of being a customer with Motives Beauty Brands or being a business owner with Motives Beauty Brands. In either scenario, we have access to all these other products and services at a really competitive price, because again, we're passing along the savings and pairing it with service. Maybe my favorite part is that we are a global company, but that we have our own global meeting training seminar system, and we have our own training and support internally. So you can learn as you earn, as we say. So just a little more information on the company before we dig into the numbers. I did mention we were founded in 1992. We are a global product brokerage and internet marketing company that specializes in one-to-one marketing. Our corporate headquarters are in Greensboro, North Carolina, and we do employ over 850 people globally. In these 8 countries you see listed, we have physical operations there, meaning we have a team, we have a facility, a distribution center, a facility, all of those distribution centers you're able to even visit as a customer or someone evaluating the business. If you'd like to do some meet and greets and try some product, you can do that in any of those 8 markets. But know that we do service hundreds and hundreds of other countries, tens of thousands of customers across hundreds of companies through our global website. So how it works is, from all those other countries that we don't have a physical presence in, then the products are just going to be shipped from the nearest distribution center in one of these 8 markets. Also really proud to have been the recipient of the Torch Award from the Better Business Bureau, not once, but twice. And, I think that really just speaks to our trust as a company, our performance, and our integrity after all these decades. So who are we looking for? That's a little bit about the beauty industry, a little bit about the corporate company. Who are we looking for? When it comes down to our team of beauty advisors, we want to connect with people who want more for their life. They just feel like there's got to be more out there. They're destined for more. People who feel as though there's more to life than living paycheck to paycheck and living for the weekend. I feel like that's a very relatable sentiment for most people. Or maybe you just feel like, why not me? I see all these other people having all this success. I know that there's got to be a way to achieve that in my life, that time freedom. I know that other people have it. I believe that it's possible. I am open to looking because I want a solution for myself. And maybe you're just tired of saying no. You're just exhausted. You're sick of yourself saying that, that you have to say no to your kids, to yourself, to your dreams, to your family, to your loved ones, to social opportunities. You just want more for yourself and, are willing to be open-minded and evaluate something that could potentially change all of those things for you. So that's what we're going to spend the rest of the time talking about. Our business model or our marketing plan, as I've been referring to it, we do call it a 2 to 3 year plan because it's something that we not feel as though it's proven that if you can, be coachable and follow our basic 5 fundamentals of success, you can operate this business part-time in addition to something else. And within a few years, you can have that desired income that you're looking for. And so that'll give you opportunity long-term to pursue your passions. I love making people feel beautiful, and I love that I make money making people feel beautiful. So maybe you can relate to that. Maybe you want to have some additional income coming in so that you can pursue other passions or other hobbies. For me, something really big was I wanted to create a willable asset to leave for my family. I love the fact that we have professional training and support, so you don't need to be an expert. You can be in control of your own time. You can work from anywhere. That's why we say this is a lifestyle business. It is an e-commerce business. Everything is drop shipped. We don't have any, inventory requirements and things like that. You can partner with other people who are better than you, that have talents that you don't have. But when we look at the right-hand side here in these 4 images, let's just touch on that for a minute. I do recognize and feel and appreciate that everybody needs immediate income right now, because no matter, how financially secure we feel like we are, the economy is proving to us right now that it always serves us to make more money because everything is more expensive than it used to be. And living is expensive. And certainly if you've got a family and children or you're caring for other people, that gets expensive, right? And definitely we are all aware that there's a big presence of online sales and, increased technology. That's not going away. That'll continue to grow. But really what I want to focus on is the fact that one-to-one marketing is replacing mass marketing, right? Like people want that personal touch. They're tired of just being a number. We're tired of being mass marketed to. We all have unique needs when it comes to maybe our health or our skincare routine. And we all have different wants and desires when it comes to our cosmetic preferences, of course. So with the gig economy, we're seeing a huge rise in entrepreneurship, right? There's so many different opportunities out there. So what I want to go over with you while we wrap up here is just these 2 different options of partnering with our beauty brands and with our parent company, Market America. We have 2 options to do that. You could be a pro artist where you simply create customers online and in person. You offer products as an extension of your service. So this option is for people who are beauty industry professionals. Don't necessarily have to be a makeup artist. You could own a salon or a spa or be an esthetician or a photographer or even an influencer. So we do consider every application on a unique case-by-case basis. You can earn 30 to 50% gross retail profit simply by purchasing the product at a wholesale cost and then selling the product for that suggested retail cost to your customers. Many industry professionals are already actually selling the product. They're just not capitalizing on that sale, right? Because When you are a professional and you're offering a service, a lot of people want to know what products you're offering. And a lot of times they want to buy them, and you can further service them by making that process easy for them and just sending them a link or drop shipping it to them instead of giving them one more task or chore, which is to go to whatever department store or cosmetic store that you purchase your product and then have them go buy it themselves. So you're losing money on work you already did, and they're now having to spend more money and time by going to find the product that they learned from you how to use. So that's that option. And then we're also going to unpack our beauty advisor business owner option. We call ourselves unfranchised owners because when we look at the business side of things, if you want to leverage that, and you had to put us in a box, we would say we are most like a franchise without the downsides. And so, we are really a hybrid business where there's nothing else like it out there. So, but people always want something familiar, right? So we did want to just put that comparison out there. But in doing that, not only can you earn the 30 to 50% gross retail profit just as a pro artist would, because we're buying at wholesale, selling at retail, but in addition to that, we can expand distribution much like franchise owners do, and we can earn an additional $300 to $3,600 per week per business development center or per franchise location. You could think of it as, except our locations are all digital, they're not physical. So with the Pro Artist Program, if you'd like to apply for that, that's a really easy thing for you to do. You can go ahead and go on the Motives Cosmetic website. There is an application that you can download on there. Or you could simply ask whoever invited you to listen to this for them to send it to you. But you go ahead and fill that out. You could even just you can scan it or take a picture of it and just email it to motives@shop.com. You don't have to physically mail it in. But once you are approved for the Pro Artist Program, on the right-hand side here, you'll see you do get your own unique login. You get your own Motives website. So think of it as your own franchise of motivescosmetics.com. And when you have your own domain name and you send your customers there, they can purchase the product. They will be your preferred customer. You will earn that 30 to 50% gross retail profit that we just mentioned. But when you log in with your credentials, you're going to see all of the products at a wholesale cost. So you're earning or not earning, you are able to access all of the product at that discount. But when your customers log in, they're going to see it at a suggested retail. So that's going to average a 40% markup, and you're able to capitalize on that income. So let's say your customer goes on and purchases $100 worth of product. That's going to average about $40 of profit for you. The other advantage that you have is you can log on and you have your own little sort of landing page of exclusive access to some products like Custom Blend, which you'll see scrolling here. And you also have access to some marketing materials, which is super cool. So that's an added perk in addition to getting everything at that wholesale, or as we call it, unfranchised cost. All right, so what we're going to do is spend the rest of the time talking about 5 steps to building an unfranchised business. This is for people who are interested in that additional form of income as far as a commission goes. We do have 5 steps. I'm going to go through them one by one with you. So the first step is an application. You simply apply with the company. There is a subscription fee to do that. It's just shy of $170. That application does give you access to what we call our back office. That's where all your marketing and support materials are, a customer management platform where you can service your customers, drop ship their orders, follow up, send out coupon codes, etc. This back office also has a sales tracking system, a myriad of reports that you can access to manage your business, and of course, access to thousands of exclusive products at a wholesale cost. So again, not just things in our beauty division, but as a perk or a benefit, you get access to all of those products at a wholesale cost. So if you want to use them yourself, you can do that. If you'd like to also offer them to customers, you may do that as well. But the big thing about being a business owner is that you have the ability to accumulate volume towards commissions, and that'll make sense as we go along. I do want to liken this step to a traditional business just so that people feel like it makes a little more sense since this is something so different. So step one with us when you apply, of course, get all the education that you need, make sure you're getting all your questions answered, go through that evaluation process, attend trainings. That's a great thing to do as you evaluate this opportunity. Of course, trying some product, right? So there is a little bit of process involved beforehand. But then once you're like, yes, I love the products, I'm totally all about this education, I love the community, I've got nothing to lose and everything to gain, I'm going to go for it. You're going to apply. Right. So that would traditionally, if you had to own or open a traditional business, that would be like you signing a lease on a space. Like you've decided you're going to open your business and you've found the perfect space and you're signing a lease to be open for business, but it's sort of just a shell of a business. You don't really have all the things you need to start earning income yet. I do want you to know that there absolutely is nothing to lose when you partner in this capacity and pay the $170 for this kit, because you're actually getting well over $300 worth of product with this application. So it's really just, we wanted to give a sampling of multiple beauty brands to every new business owner. So not only are you going to get all of that administrative and back office support that I just touched on and access to all of the products, you're also going to get an app that you can manage, your business from your phone essentially. And then of course, like I said, all of the products. We refer to this as our Beauty Essentials collection, and we do actually have a duplicatable event guide. So if you'd like to really think about this as a business in a box, you could very well take all these products that you get shipped from your application, and you could use all of those to host your own event and showcase the products to your friends and family or to your clients. And any purchases that they want to make, you're open for business. You have a customer base from day one. And as I mentioned, we do have a guide that you can download from your back office, print it out, or scroll through it on your iPad, etc. But it tells you how to set up the event and be prepared and execute and even follow up. Step two, this is more of a brainstorming process. So we're going to create business volume. BV is the point value assigned to exclusive products to calculate commissions. Our goal is that we want to generate more than like a minimum of 200 business volume of products. It could be any products. It could be cosmetics, personal care, skincare, wellness. But this step is really critical in your thought process of like, what products do I want to use or what products do I want to sell? Again, if we're going to liken it to a traditional business, you would do the same process, right? You've found your space already, but now you need to think about what products you need to offer services to people. And then you also need to decide what products do I want on hand for people to maybe take home with them. So that's like a brainstorming process. Step three is now you're committing, right? So you're going to qualify or capitalize your business with that starting order. Well, how do you know what starting order to do? You could very easily choose your own product. We have something called a home shopping list, which is just essentially a checklist. We have a tangible form and a digital form where you go through and you check off categories of products that you're using, like a face wash, like a serum, like an eye balm, like a shampoo, like a multivitamin. You click all those things off on the home shopping list, and then it's going to say, okay, you're already spending this money elsewhere. Here are the products that you can buy from yourself, and you can convert that spending that you're doing anyway, and you can convert it into earning through your own business. So you could do the home shopping list. If you did want to specialize in custom blend, you could qualify or capitalize your business with a custom blend kit. You could just pick out your own skincare regimen and treat yourself to that. Same thing with cosmetics. Our target market for people that want to qualify their business this way by choosing their product, it's people who want to invest in themselves and have their own testimonial, their own personal experiences to help them authentically share a testimony and build a customer base. I'm going to give you another option of qualifying or capitalizing your business. If you are really tight financially and you don't want to spend, even though you'd spend that money over the course of say, 3, 4, 5 months, on those products. You don't want to do it all up front. Another option you could do is take the products from your Beauty Advisor application bundle that you got, those beauty essential items, host the event, as I mentioned, and then all of the sales from that night, or from that, I shouldn't say that night, but from that event, it could be a virtual event, it could be an in-person event, it could be a culmination of a couple different events where you're combining the sales. Your goal is that you want to hit a threshold of like $1,000 in sales is your goal, because that's going to give you more than enough business volume to qualify your business. So it's going to give you over that 200 BV to qualify your business. Target market for this. This is an ideal way to set someone up for immediate success by establishing a customer base before they even partner. It's proof of concept from day one, making a prospect profitable, having them earn their way into the business. So, definitely makes a lot of sense to me. So before I move on, let me liken that to a traditional business, right? We've got our space. We decided on a service menu. We decided on a list of products we need to do those services. That was step 2. Now, the third step is we're actually putting our money where our mouth is. We're investing in ourselves. We're going for it. We're going to buy all the supplies that we need to open our business. So that's step 3. Step 4 is we're going to activate. So when we talk about activation, this is more like expanding distribution. We're going to personally partner with or sponsor 2 people in our organization. We are going to build 2 teams. And in this example, we are going to partner with Mark and Kate. Now, think of this again, liken it to a traditional business. Like if you want to own a franchise, think about, or not even a franchise. I mean, I'm used to saying that because we call ourselves the unfranchised, but going back to our example of a traditional business of like a salon or a spa that we're referencing tonight, think about people that you want to have as your business partners when you're opening a new business. So, maybe in this example, the name Mark so happens to be my daughter's hairstylist. So that's a good example. So I'm just going to say Mark is going to partner with me in my business because he's a hairstylist. He's from the beauty industry. He has clients. He's got the credibility and the respect and the know-how and all that good stuff. Now, Kate is going to be one of my childhood friends. We always wanted to go in business together, and she's a great friend of mine, and we want to work together, leverage one another's strengths. And I know that she knows people that I don't know, just like Mark does. And we're going to, like, each one reach one, lead to people, and we're going to expand distribution. But you only have to focus on building 2 teams. So as this unfolds, you may think, oh, that looks like, a pyramid or multi-level marketing. And so I'm just here to tell you that we're not. Our business model is very different. You're going to understand at the end why we're not. We don't get paid percentages off of levels. We don't manufacture our own products. Those are the main 2 differences. We also don't get paid to recruit people. And not that there's anything wrong with that, because I respect anybody that's trying anything to better themselves and their financial situation and their, mental and emotional health by doing something productive. I just want you to know that this is not that, but this is a very quick overview. So you'll have to see it again a few more times to really understand all the unique differences. But the thing is that people are going to lead to people. And once I've partnered with Mark and Kate, I'm going to help them do the same thing. I'm going to help them apply, create, qualify their business, and find their own 2 partners. So we're just going to see what this looks like as it unfolds. So let's say Mark partners with his sister, Megan, and his customer or client, Sarah, and her husband, Rick. So he has 2 business partners that I didn't even know, right? And maybe I come up with a 3rd business partner. That could be Matt. I can only build 2 teams. So if I'm going to sponsor an additional person, I need to do it underneath my current organization. So on the right-hand side, maybe I meet Erica at a networking event and she and I hit it off and we feel like it'd be super fun to partner together and collaborate. So I'm going to personally partner with Erica, but I have to, again, put her underneath my existing organization because I want all the energy and effort I spend with Erica. I want that to benefit everybody. Now, the main visual that I want you to get from this, and I know this can be a lot to look at, is that everything is flowing up, right? So sorry, I'm being click happy. Before we get to that, I want you to understand that in this example with me partnering with Erica, we have a goal of doing 300 BV to qualify your business. So Erica hosts a series of events. She gets that $1,000 in sales. She generates 300 BV. You'll see here that that is crediting Erica, that 300 BV, but also it's crediting Ryan, as well as Ann and Ben, as well as Kate, as well as you. And then the same thing on the left side here. Let's say that, I have a senior partner. I have somebody who introduced me to the business. Let's say that they want to bring on another teammate. They can only build 2 teams as well. So they're going to bring on Dave, and Dave's going to go under Matt, who I personally led to, who's then going to, everything that Dave and Matt do is going to credit Chris and Megan and Mark and you. So again, I know this is a lot to capture, but just follow with me here on how this is flowing up. One thing I want you to notice is, again, no percentages, no levels, right? So our system tracks purchases and sales made by you, your customers, or your team, and you receive 100% credit for all volume generated within your organization. So let's look at the left side of the screen. When I partnered with my stylist, Mark, and he partnered with Megan, and Megan has Ashley in her organization, and Ashley has a customer order. Of that customer order, there's 63 business volume associated. The BV, again, is that point value that accumulates towards commissions. So 63 BV is crediting Ashley, Travis, Megan, Mark, and myself. But Ashley's the only one that gets that retail profit from that difference of the wholesale cost as a business owner to suggested retail as a customer. So she is, at all of us, we get 100% of the retail profit from our own customer orders. What we're able to share 100% commissionable credit for is the business volume behind every product and every order. So on the right-hand side, hey, maybe Mike is making an order for personal use, some personal care products, some daily essentials, vitamins. That ends up being a 40 BV order, along with 7 IBV. Mike is going to get credit for that, as is Jake, as is Ann and Ben, as is Kate, as are you or I, or whoever we're positioning ourselves here. So we do have 2 sets of banks here that you can see. BV is our exclusive products. IBV is typically some of our white label products for some of our personal care items, or we do have affiliations with our internet marketing side of what we do. So that's another follow-up conversation to have. But the main point, we don't need to get too deep into all that tonight, but stores that I shop at all the time, like Macy's or Kohl's or Home Depot, they are our partners with our corporate company, and they commission us a small amount for all of our purchases that we do through our website with them as affiliates. So it's just a second way to accumulate an income, and it's a way to double your income potential. But that is going to accumulate a lot slower because the commissionable credit on affiliate marketing is a lot slower than the commissionable credit on our exclusive products. So I really just want you to only focus on exclusive products, but I did want to explain that, and I do want you to know that it's really cool to be able to double your income potential that way. So let's look at some of the numbers, and then we're going to wrap up. So when we're talking about this BV, it is tracked daily. It's tracked immediately, live, real time, again, starting from the bottom, flowing up, crediting everybody in the path, right? Our commissions are calculated weekly, Fridays at midnight. So what's happening is that the BV is going to accumulate, there's no end of month with us. So it's not a matter of if you get paid, but rather when you get paid. So when you're activated and you've expanded distribution and you have your 2 business partners and you are accumulating business volume, It's actually just going to sit there and accumulate until you've got enough partners using and selling product, enough customers ordering product. The first threshold we're looking to hit is 1,200 in business volume. Once we hit that threshold, we're going to get a $300 check. Now, maybe that takes, 3 months your first go round. No big deal. You get that $300 check. Now, after 3 months, you've got business partners, you've got customers. It's not going to take 3 months the second time. It's going to go faster. So let's say it takes 2 months to hit the next threshold, which is 24 and 24. And I do want to tell you that things never accumulate exactly at 1,200, right? So if you're over and you've got 1,300 on one side and 1,500 on another, you're exceeding that threshold of 1,200, so you're getting that $300 check, but that extra is going to sit there and accumulate with all the other volume day after day, week after week, month after month, until you hit that threshold for payment. So the next threshold we're looking at is 1,200 BV more, so 2,400. You get another $300 check. After another 1,200 business volume, which is 3,600, then we're going to get another $300 check. Our last threshold is actually 1,400 BV instead of 1,200 BV. So now we're at 5,000, but we're going to double our check on that and get a $600 check. Now, let's say it took us 6 months to go through this pay threshold the first go round, right? So we've made $1,500 in commissions. It took us 6 weeks to go through those thresholds, or 6 months to go through those thresholds. Again, the goal is that as time goes on and as we are diligent about converting our spending into earning and using our own products, we're continuing to use lifestyle marketing, use our app, share testimonials. So we're all continuing to add additional customers, which increases business volume. Many customers evolve into business partners over time. The goal is that this happens faster and faster until it happens weekly. That's our goal, is we want this to happen every week, right? So as your organization expands, the frequency of commissions earned increases until it occurs weekly. And so again, we do have double income potential between the business volume and then the IBV. So they're going to accumulate at their own pace in their own way. And we're just going to be grateful every time we hit that threshold. But I do want you to know that that gives us a total weekly potential of $3,000 per business development center. And you can get paid as often as every single week with that $3,000. Now, it'll come to a point where you're going to go over 5,000 BV in a week because you've got enough partners and enough customers. The reason the company can pay 100% commissionable credit is because we cap our business development centers at $3,000 per week. But the cool thing is you can own as many business development centers as you'd like. Just like in traditional franchising, the more franchises you own, the more income potential because you're able to service more customers and you're expanding distribution. The caveat is if we want to open a second business development center, we have to do that under our existing organization, just like when we talked about the fact that maybe I sponsored Matt. I already got my 2 people. I already got Mark and Kate. Well, I'm going to sponsor Matt under Mark. And then I've led to Erica. And I'm going to sponsor Erica under everybody on the right side, right? And so it would be the same when you're opening a second business development center. You just simply put it underneath your newest business partner in your organization. All right. So I know we threw a lot of numbers at you. Before I kind of wrap up here, I do want you to know that you can own as many business development centers as you wish. My husband and I have, I believe, 12 of them. He's the one that does all the back office stuff. Now, not all of them are maxed out, right? Some are earning 1 check maybe every few months. Some are earning a check a week. Some of our business development centers are over 5,000 every week. So again, when we're looking at this, we're keeping it simple. This is just an overview for you all. But there is, you can view this same business plan and hear it from different people that may explain it in a different way. And then after you hear it a few times, it really solidifies and starts to make a lot of sense. But I wanted to wrap up with this edification for our company because if you feel like, okay, those numbers, like I was tracking with you in the beginning, the numbers got a little bit overwhelming. All I want you to know is that the business plan works for those who work it. And we can say that with confidence and conviction because, just looking at the last 20 years here, that's demonstrated on this bar graph, you can see that we've been growing and growing. And we're really proud of that, and we attribute that success to the fact that we're a product brokerage company that moves with the marketplace, as well as a global opportunity. We have, if you look at the number at the top there, over $11 billion, $11.5 billion in estimated accumulated retail sales. I want you to look at that. And then I want you to look at the bottom left number here in blue, the total unfranchised owner earnings of over $6 billion. And I want to point out that the total earnings from unfranchised owners like myself is over half of the accumulated sales the company has seen through all the business owners. And what that means is that we are being compensated very effectively for the work that we're doing, because over half of what is being generated in sales is being paid back out to us in the field as business owners. There are thousands of business unfranchised owners who are earning on a weekly basis. So again, all this to say, the plan works. If you work it and you're coachable and you stay the course, you can have a lot of success yourself. So let's wrap up some of these talking points, right? We talked about converting spending into earning, and we talk about that because, again, our products that we broker out, they're best of the best, right? But not only that, they're at the most affordable price. You're going to get the quality of product we have. If you were to buy a comparable quality in the marketplace, you'd be spending a lot more money because you're the one paying for all of the advertising expenses, all of the outlets of distribution between manufacturer and end consumer. So again, we're super efficient going direct to consumer. And because of that, a lot of our customers do evolve into business owners, but our products are consumable and they're things people are spending money on anyway. And they're really essentials, right? It's not like a luxury expense or something that you're buying once in your life. So I think that that makes a lot of sense from a business standpoint, that I'm already spending this money. Why not buy it from myself? Why not convert my spending into earning? And as I do that, and as I fall in love with the product, I'm going to be with lifestyle marketing, sharing my testimonials, talking about the products and services that I love, as we do naturally and organically every day in our life. And I'm going to be able to capitalize on that with other customers as well. So that's going to give me access to immediate retail profits. By the way, you can earn retail profits without being activated. So you can just simply do that first few steps, step 1, 2, and 3 of our business plan: apply, create, qualify. Once you do those 3 steps, you're eligible to accumulate commissions. So even if you don't find 2 people to partner with, it's okay. You can still earn profits. You can still have a customer base and earn that wholesale to retail profit, right? We get 100% credit for all the volume within our organization, not just what we generate. No percentages, no levels. Our volume accrues day after day, week after week, month after month, up to a year. So traditional sales usually are structured where there's a quota that you're looking to reach at the end of the month. And if you don't hit your quota, too bad. So sorry, it all goes away and you start over the next month. With us, there's a lot of grace involved. So love that feature. People placement. We talked about the fact that we only build 2 teams, 2 outlets of distribution, so to speak. So when we come across other people who want to partner, which happens, especially when you are partnered for a long time and have a strong customer base, customers are going to want to evolve into business partners. But the cool thing is you have to place those new business partners under your existing organization. And that's just going to really light a fire under everybody else. And they're going to get excited because they're going to get credit from work that they're not doing. And it really creates a lot of synergy. It's hard to explain. It's really something you have to experience through putting in the work and maximizing those business development centers. So as I wrap up here, I want you to know that our mission statement is people empowering people, the ability to make people look and feel better while achieving a lifestyle that they have always dreamed about. And we talked in the very beginning about the fact that we do have education available. Anybody can learn how to successfully own and operate a business, not only through product training, but business trainings. We have core trainings, and then we also have workshops, which are more bite-sized pieces of information. And excuse me, guests are welcome. So if you are evaluating as a guest, plug into any of these trainings. They are open to all of you, and they're a great way to evaluate the business. If you want to stay in our atmosphere, go ahead and check out motivesacademy.com. We do have a blog on there and just some great information overall. So in closing, great next steps for you would be, if you are a guest, connect with your beauty advisor, whoever invited you tonight. Definitely register as a customer, try some product, wear it and share it, as we say. Get your questions answered, book a follow-up, and stay in the atmosphere. Plug into one of our retail events, plug into one of our training events. We'd love to have you. We'd love to answer your questions and learn how we can best support you moving forward. Thanks again for joining me. I hope you learned something new. I hope you're inspired to take a chance on yourself.